All right, everybody. Greg Poole here at Bowjunky Media. We're at the 2017 True Ball and Excel ASA event in London, Kentucky. I'm here with elite pro staffer and good buddy Darren Christianberry. What do you think so far, Darren?
I think this is bringing back memories of Fort Benning for the senior pros.
All right.
Michael Braden came in with a dominating lead, and he finds himself in that same position again.
Michael Braden is here with a 422, and then Bill McCall at a 409, Ryan Barley and Brian Llewellyn at a 408, and then David Rosenbaum at a 407. So barring any, Bill McCall type,
Knock on wood. We've seen it happen.
We certainly have, but even at that would still just tie it. So
yeah,
Michael Braden with a 13-point lead, which is more than commanding. So really what we're looking for here, Darren, is this race for second is tight.
Oh, what happens there? Does that what's the ruling there?
Well, it looks like Bill McCall had a little bit of a senior moment. I didn't actually see how the arrow came off. We're going to see what. His knock. Looks like his knock came off.
I don't know what happened. It looked like he tripped his release and the arrow came off the bow.
Well,
is that a shot arrow?
Well, it depends on the. I'm not sure exactly what the rule is in the ASA. I know in the NFAA that would definitely be a shot arrow, but it used to be that if it was. There you go,
yeah.
Mike Terrell joking about that being a shot arrow, but it doesn't look like they're gonna call that a shot arrow. So anyway,
well, good for Billy.
Moving on.
Yeah, good for Billy.
That would be two shoot downs in a row with a blank for Bill. So
I know.
So okay, here we go, folks. Minus that little senior moment right there. Moving on, but our second place is really going to be what the fight here is.
Yeah, that's going to be a race. Should be.
Yeah, and I mean Michael Braden is. I would suspect he might luck into a 12 here and there, but he's going center 10 foam all day.
Yeah. He's got his equipment working really, really good.
All right, let's see what we got here with our leader, Michael Braden, on the bore. And for those of you watching this edited content, the bore, that's an 8 for Michael Braden on the bore, and the bore is at 31 yards. The archers shooting this competition right now are not aware of the yardage. They have to guess or use whatever method that they have. Bill McCall with a 10 on the large alert deer, which is out there at 46 yards.
Nothing wrong with a 10 on a 46-yard target.
No. Brian Barley with a 10 on the Panther, and the Panther is out there at 39 yards. Brian Llewellyn with an 8 on the Coyote, and the Coyote's out there at a good poke at about 48 and a half yards.
And that's not too. A little bit of breeze coming here. Brian did hit a little right, so that wind might have affected that arrow a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
David Rosenbaum looks like he was trying to light some fireworks there.
It looks like Brian. Yeah, it looks like, or David, excuse me. 14 for David Rosenbaum. Obviously, that's what everyone's probably going to be doing. The Bobcat that he 14'd on there is at 21 yards. So looks like David Rosenbaum with that 14 is going to move into second place by himself, heading into our second arrow. All right, Darren, here we go. Heading into the second arrow in the senior pro. We have Michael Braden in the lead with a 430. Had a move right away with David Rosenbaum shooting a 14 to jump into second place with a 421. Bill McCall at a 419. Brian Barley with a 418. Brian Llewellyn, first time pairing in the shoot down. Good for him at a 416.
I see something there that's typical of 3D archery. Michael Braden started with a low arrow and an 8 on the first target, and that usually gets a high arrow on your next target. And sure enough, he's got one that looks to be a little bit tall down there.
Absolutely. And here we go. Let's see what the guys have to say here. Not surprised to see 14 for Llewellyn on the Bobcat. Once again, the Bobcat's only out there 24 yards, so in this kind of a situation, you really don't have a choice.
No, Brian's a hometown boy. He just lives about 45 minutes from me, and he's
There you
shot
go.
good for years, and it's good to see him out there in the mix.
There you go. We got Brian Barley on the long coyote here, and 8 for Brian. Here we go, headed over to the Black Panther, out there about 39 yards. Bill McCall with a 10 for Bill McCall.
As I'm looking through the list, there's a lot of odd numbers on everybody's score, which means there was a lot of 5 shot this weekend.
Absolutely. We actually have some. We have a couple odd scores in our Open Pro as well.
Yes, yeah, no doubt. There was some tricky targets out there this weekend for sure.
And 8 for David Rosenbaum on the boar. There we go. So now we're going to have a tie between Bill McCall and David Rosenbaum at
for third.
Brian Llewellyn moves into
Second
by
with that
himself at
14.
430. Bill McCall and David Rosenbaum tied for third. All right, heading into the third arrow here at the Senior Pro with the True Ball XL ASA in London, Kentucky. No real movement at the top of the leaderboard, of course, with Michael Braden having that commanding lead, but we've already had a couple lead changes a couple changes down there for the second place, Darren.
No doubt. The first couple arrows out of Michael's bow, he had a big lead. He gave a couple of points away, but I anticipate him get his numbers dialed in here and shoot real solid on these next 3 targets.
Yeah, he shot that boar low, shot the large alert deer high, and that had to kind of send some little shockwaves through there
Yeah, no
quickly.
doubt.
12.
Brian, nice shot,
12
Brian.
for Brian on the boar.
He's been practicing.
It looks like it. David Rosenbaum, who made that big move with that 14, shoots a 10, moving him to 439. After a couple 8s, Michael Braden shoots a 10, putting him at 448.
They're looking
Guys are
hard.
you're taking a close look at it down there, Darren.
Oh,
And
I thought he had it.
8 for Billy on the long coyote. Once again, that coyote's out there about 48.5 yards.
That's a tough target.
After what happened to him on that long coyote in Augusta, he was probably having some flashbacks.
You get that target anywhere over 40, and it's tough. I don't care who you are, what class, what situation. That's a tough target.
Absolutely. And then 8 for Brian Barley. That's gonna keep Michael Braden in the lead. We're gonna look at Brian Llewellyn is sitting at second by himself. And we got David Rosenbaum at 439, Bill McCall at 437, Brian Barley at 434, heading into our fourth arrow. All right, here we go. This is the fourth arrow in the Senior Pro. We have Michael Braden still in the lead, but starting off with 2 8s and then a 10 to back that up, Michael's now shooting the long coyote, which is 48.5 yards. So you know that at this point, Michael Braden's got to have that in the back of his head, going from a 13-point lead down to the lead he has now.
It's definitely harder to hang on and win one of these than it is to come from behind. And the guys behind him are hitting some rings, and his 13-point lead is now down to just 6 with 2 regulation arrows going, possibly a 6th.
Absolutely.
So it could get interesting.
No doubt about it. And Bill McCall has shown the propensity to come back from behind.
No doubt. Oh.
All right, so here we go. We got a couple guys using all of that minute that they're allotted.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I paid for a minute. I'm using it all. All right, here we go.
Everybody's in. Let's see how this shakes out.
Yes. 10 for Bill McCall, moving him to 447. Looks like Bill's just got to be consistent at this point, and Michael Braden might come to him.
Mike's definitely got to be scratching his head right now. Let's see what he got.
And a 5 for Michael Braden. That's not what Michael Braden's going to be looking for right
I
there.
hope we didn't jinx him.
Well, hey, he can't hear us, so
No,
I doubt it.
I know.
Wow. 10 for Rosenbaum puts him at 449, only 4 points off the lead. 10 for Brian.
1 point.
1 point behind Michael Braden. Stuff just got tight out here.
Now Brian just got nervous.
Yes, he did.
He looks pretty relaxed out there, though.
5 for Brian Barley. That's pretty much going to put him out of the running for that particular part of the race. This 5th arrow will not be the last arrow. And so this is going to get exciting heading into this 5th arrow. Here we go.
It's not over.
Nope, not by a long shot. All right, here we go, Darren. This is the 5th arrow. Most definitely not the last arrow, of course, but this is the 5th arrow. Our leader is still Michael Braden at a 453, but Brian Llewellyn is now at a 452, only 1 point off. We got David Rosenbaum at a 449, and then Billy McCall at a 447. So things got real tight real quick.
Mike has to make a big decision here. He's on a 24-yard target. And he really needs a 14.
He absolutely does. No doubt about it. All right, here we go. Bill McCall up first on the 31-yard bore with a 10. 10 for Bill McCall. So it looks like Bill McCall's kind of taking the center 10 route.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't know if he shot too aggressive or not enough aggressive.
10 for Brian. Moving him to 449.
That should finish his day.
Yes. And here we go. Brian Llewellyn on the Black Panther. Crowds getting into this one, wanting him to give him the 12, and a 12.
And he's got it.
Brian got a little bit of hometown love there from the crowd,
Yeah.
didn't he? I was wondering what they was yelling about there for a minute.
He's got some fans here.
He does. Moving him to 464. Rosenbaum with a 10 on the 48.5-yard Coyote. So here we go. They're coming up to the 24-yard Bobcat for Michael Braden, our current leader, who
and it put him in such a tough position. He's trying to
absolutely
protect the lead. He's got a target right in his face. What do you do?
Well,
they're looking hard.
They're looking super hard at it. And an 8 for Michael Braden. So it looks like we have had a major swing here. Heading into our 6th arrow, we have Brian Llewellyn at 464. We have Michael Braden at a 461. That is just incredible, Darren.
I'm a little bit speechless.
All right, here we go. This is the 6th and final arrow in the Senior Pro here at the True Ball Excel ASA in London, Kentucky. This has been a pretty epic shoot down for all the wrong reasons for Michael Braden. He came into this with a 13-point lead. He now finds himself trailing heading into the 6th and final arrow. They've actually set up a new target out there. That's the mule deer, correct?
It is.
And that's the mule deer, and it is out there at?
Exactly 36 yards.
36 yards. And these gentlemen, we have 4 gentlemen here shooting this target to determine our winner, and they are not privy to the distance, so they have to judge the yardage as they've been doing all weekend. So Bill McCall is going to be first up. What do our scores look like over there, Darren?
Bill's licking his chops thinking, I've got a chance. David's licking his chops thinking, I got a chance. Brian's like, holy crap, what happened? And Michael Braden's like, holy crap, what happened?
Right. So. Exactly. Exactly. Here we go. Bill McCall calling an upper 12.
I know Brian won some semi-pro stuff. I don't know that he finished on the podium in Open Pro any, but
no, he told me when I talked to him yesterday in his Bowjunky interview yesterday that this will be his first shoot down.
Awesome, good for him.
And he came out here and shot consistent.
What a good showing.
Absolutely.
Good job, Brian.
What do you think? Bill McCall's really got nothing to lose here.
No,
so if he has the yardage, he's just got to go for it. Let down from Bill McCall.
What he's doing. If he let down, he's really aiming, trying to find a spot right there. And
yep.
I don't practice to try to get 3rd place.
Right.
I practice to try to win.
Exactly.
And here's your chance to get up on the podium farther. You take advantage of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing about these targets, folks, is the 14s are kind of hard to find up there. So this really turns into how familiar you are with the target. And so let's see what Billy went for there. He called upper 12, and it's going to be a 10 for Bill McCall.
Billy and I had a different game plan.
Yes, correct. All right, our next senior pro. Our next senior pro is going to be
David needs an 8 because I think he'll beat him
David
on bonus
Rosenbaum.
rings.
Yep.
They are tied, but with David's 14 on his first target today, gives him one more bonus ring than Billy. So if David shoots an 8, he will get at least 3rd place because of the one bonus ring.
There you go.
He needs an 8 or better to get on the podium.
And here we go. He is shooting at the mule deer at 36 yards. All right, here we go. David Rosenbaum. Not sure what kind of, not sure what the good play here is for him. Obviously, he's in a little bit, better position than Bill McCall was. So still almost seems like you got a gun for it.
Yeah, I think.
And a 10 for David Rosenbaum. Going to put him at a 469.
He may have wanted I don't know that David's been in too many shoot downs. He may have been wanting to protect that check and that podium finish too.
Absolutely. Well, you got to crawl before you ball. So
exactly.
if you don't have the stroke to get up there on the top of the podium, at least protecting the each side of the podium is a good thing too.
Yeah, and good for him. He started off in 5th, and he's on a podium now.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
he had a great. If this was his first, second, whatever shoot down it was, he made some good strides there and moved well.
Absolutely. And it's super easy for us over here behind the microphones to go, oh, yeah, gun for that 14, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that 12 them all,
right. Absolutely. So Michael Braden in a position right now where he definitely did not see himself.
No. I think he has to hit a ring here.
Right.
I don't know that he has to go for the 14, but he really needs to hit a ring here.
Well, and you know, after the last 5 shots, his confidence has just got to be shaking a little bit.
Or he's thinking, I'm due. Let's get this thing.
Right. Well, and he's been doing this long enough to know that when it's time to buck up.
Oof. Close, maybe.
All right, let's see what we got here on the Mule Deer from Michael Braden with a center 10. 471 for Michael Braden. Oh,
Brian Llewellyn needs to hit it inside the core line.
He just needs an 8 to win it.
And he's going to win a tournament.
Holy moly. I can't wait to go over there and talk to him.
Here we go. Let's see what Brian does.
Yep. All right, here we go.
And Brian Llewellyn is your men's senior pro Kentucky ASA champion.
All right, here we go. I'm here with Brian Llewellyn. We talked the other day at the booth, and you said it was your first shoot down in the senior pro, and now look where you are. What do you think about that?
Never would have dreamed of. Michael shot with Michael today, shot phenomenal. So to come back and him me win that's unbelievable. I'm speechless, you know.
All right, so tell us what was going through your mind on that last shot there, knowing that you just had to basically hit an 8 to win it.
Punch it while it was in the middle. Punch it while it's in the middle, and then let it eat. So.
All right, and so what does this do for you moving forward in the senior pro division, be able to come out here and get this win?
It excites me to practice harder and finish out this year and see what the future holds.
All right, congratulations.
All right, thanks a lot, Greg.
Some plaques out here.